What is up, everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to check out a playlist from the Japanese VK band Nega. This Patreon request comes from a long-time subscriber and fantastic person, Yao Mei, who has put the video together, done all the translations, and I'm really looking forward to it. I wanted to get it done yesterday, but I had to upload it to my personal Bitchute page and get it in a more stable medium so I would be able to shoot it without any kind of buffering issues. So it's all taken care of now. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm really looking forward to it. He put the translations in the video itself, and I've also got notes. I'll put them in the description below. I'm not sure if this is going to wind up on YouTube or on BitChute with the notification video on YouTube, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. The first track, bear with me trying to get through this here because it's a substantial name. Murashiki Sai no Gui Shi no Shini, or Allegory of an Empty Life, True Meaning of Death. So, here we go. I believe this is just a track that he put together. It is a shame to hear that these guys broke up before I was able to get into them. I like the photos, the different members here. Big samples. The ocean crashing against the shore is a nice touch. Really enjoy those clean tones. Really rich. I like how there's what sounds like real organic pianos, not just keys. But there is orchestration in the background. I like that feeling. The clarity of both the lead tone and the drum, the cymbal work is really nice. That tom sound is massive. There's a raw quality to this, but things are still mixed well, and there's a lot of articulation in these tones. Really like this tremolo picking their guitar player is doing here. Almost an atmospheric black metal feeling. I like that big pinch harmonic. He's got a really nice voice, really enjoyable tone. I can't place what it reminds me of tonally with guitars, but it's familiar and comforting, and I love the way these tones, how rich these tones are. It's early metalcore, and I really like that sound. And honestly, I've actually come to think of it, the tone's very reminiscent of early Evergrey, from like Dark Discovery and Solitude Dominance. That's where it is. Wow, that's a really emotional and dramatic shift into this big chorus. I like how that bass and drum work's working together so well. Really locked up. Injecting a bit of that chaos with some aggressive spoken word. Different aggressive vocals being tossed in there for coloring. Interesting using the low and the high aggressives as well. They're really painting an amazing picture. Wow. Really beautiful passage. Great way to drop into something less aggressive. A lot of different elements are going into how they compose. Different textures, different nuances. And this song is just taking on completely different emotions and feelings and direction from where it started. Really cool pick scraping there. Make you feel on edge and uncomfortable. Really liking the clarity in that subword. The drum kit itself is so well mixed. Really cool harmonics there as well. Interplay with the drum work, pianos, chaos, big flare of drama and mood building here. Big wah-drenched lead is a very cool touch. It's more of a noise thing. I like what he's doing there. Now he's letting go. I like that gallop being used in the drum pattern as well. Really do get some of that old school metalcore feeling in the guitar tones. Really dig it. It's gonna bother me what it reminds me of too. I have to figure that out after the video. I like how they went back to this riff to tie everything together. Honestly, it might be early All That Remains. Like this Dark and Heart era stuff. Love the drop again. Really crystal clear acoustics and the synth going over top of it. It's amazing how progressive this track is in an extreme metal way. Wow. This guy's a fantastic player. He's got so much control here. He's not overplaying at all. He's really setting his moods. Multiple layers you're getting of the harmonies on the lead here. Really, really tasteful. A couple of different effects on his tone here. Wow. Completely just gave me chills up and down the entirety of my body. Hair standing on end. Outstanding. Really like that shift into the falsetto there. It makes him come off so chaotic and uncontrolled, like he's just losing it. Really like that feeling. I like that big rich feedback as well. Wow. Man, I don't even know where to start talking about that track. Holy chrome. Wow. That was that was so progressive in an extreme metal way. You get a lot of that metalcore feeling. I really love those tones. Love both the way the drum and guitar tones are set up. The bass tones are so rich. All the tones are rich, honestly. They're articulate. They're incredibly clear, really well mixed. It's still gritty. It still has some imperfections to it. It still feels raw, but the elements that I want to be clear are there. Spoken word gets a little lost, and I'm okay with that, especially seeing as he set up the translations the way he did in the video, so I don't feel like I'm missing it, or I can just read the lyrics. Man, what a hell of a track to open it. I really like those very early metalcore gallops that they went into. You don't get those a whole lot anymore. And the aggressive and extreme parts were really well done. They changed moods quite a bit. It felt seamless. It kept my interest, even though that was a very long track. And really hit me emotionally. It took a little bit to build that connection, but it's really well done. And very enjoyable stuff on all facets. Vocalist is fantastic. Love the different approaches he's used. Aggressive ending cleans. He's got a really slick falsetto that he uses a lot, like a lot of the Japanese singers do. But there's just some little things he's doing that are really cool. And I like how he uses it in a way like Ko does to build that chaos. So that was a really enjoyable vocal performance. Drummer's fantastic. Guitar player is really talented. Really understands what he's doing, what he wants done, how to achieve it. His solos are not overplayed at all. They really feel like they're orchestrated to fit the track. And he's clearly a very technical player. And I like the fact that he's not using those chops to show off. He's using them to benefit the track. Really enjoyable stuff. Next track, 2 of 6 here, is the track Shinkaigyo. And let's go ahead and get into that one here. I like that flanger effect. Still get that really clear drum sound. Really enjoy that. Get an almost 80s feeling, these vocals here. Almost reminds me of something I might hear from early Tears for Fears. There's that feedback coming in. Literally going to build into it. Get a bit of Gazette there in this chorus. Sounds like something I might hear off of Dim. Or some of the stuff off Division. So you can certainly see where they might have gotten some of that influence. I like this use of English here. I really do hear where the Gazette got some of that influence. And quite honestly, why not? It's really catchy. Nice heavy pass, good gang vocals. Huh. Interesting that they went poppy there. really cool accent guitar lines back there. Those backing synth orchestrals really work. Really enjoy that. I like that snare pattern. Much more straightforward track here, really enjoyable solo there too. Raw drench, couple of nice licks. Goes back to that tremolo picking with a lot of wah usage. Not a bad transition. Very abrupt. It's really shifting through very well. It's really lost into this track. It's such a great job adding that tenderness to that vocal, pushing it into that head voice. That was really good. Kind of hard coming off that first track, but that was really enjoyable. Definitely more straightforward than the first track, which just went insanely progressive. At the same time, it's really enjoyable. It's very easy to listen to. You can certainly hear where the Gazette might have picked up some influence, because that chorus really reminds me of some stuff I've heard off the Gazette records, crossing that dim territory and getting further into stuff before they went a bit more modern metal with Dogma. So it's cool to hear some of where they might have picked up a little bit of their influence. Really enjoyable track. Big moments. They do a great job of contrasting that heavy, almost nu metal aggression, those driving, grooving riffs, with the Japanese VK sensibilities as far as the pop and the big, clean, emotional choruses. And as a whole, one of the things I'm really impressed with VK about is it's hard to get women to listen to heavier music, and I think a lot of VK does a fantastic job of making that accessible to women. And it, just listening to this track demonstrates that. I think it's a really easy track, and having a bunch of pretty looking Japanese men playing it, it's certainly bring that into female friendly territory. Really enjoyable track, and loving the fact that you put this video together the way you did as far as the translations. Yao Mei, it's really nice, very easy to watch, and I appreciate that. I'm sure many people that have a chance to see this will as well. The next track is Apuro from Haunted Jealousy. Like the album covers there as well. I think that's a great touch. That really cool acoustic electric texture's back. Big, strong groove there. Really like these riffs. They're just shifting through effortlessly here. Really love the riff. Twisting. Very strong rap-like delivery. Wish those vocals were up just a little bit more. Really love how fluid and seamless these riffs are. They're heavy. Love the raw feeling in his voice here. Wow, that's a cool change. Didn't expect that. A lot of different guitar lines here. A lot of different accents going on. These riffs really do, these deeper, groovier, more new metal feelings really do remind me of the familiar standards from the Enduring Grey and the Cassette, and that's of course because they're two of the VK bands that I'm the most familiar with. Wow, that was short and sweet. It was really aggressive, heavy in a couple of different ways. You get a little bit more of that technicality. You also get a bit more of the groovier new metal feelings. Just grabs you straight by the short and curlies, beats you around for a bit, and finishes up. Just a straight headbanger. Really enjoyable. Really liked that track. And I think you've done a great job so far, Yaume, of giving a really good snapshot of what these guys sound like. I can certainly understand why they're your favorite band. So far, they are quite good. All right. Baku Kono Akumo Karai Tamanomo. Definitely glad that you put the translations up there so these people, so all the viewers can read this on their own and not have to listen to my horrible butchering of this. I'm so sorry. Let's get into it. Again, loving these riffs. like that sit line. Now you're getting a bit of that corn dissonance in the guitar accents. I like the vocal layering there and the way that it's moving with this riff. That slightly palm muted nature of this riff is really, really cool. And I like how they mixed it low on one side. Really like the choices of the chords as well. Really kind of pulls on the emotional heartstrings. I would have thought it was safe to take a sip of coffee. Get some of this big aggressive. Really powerful lyrics. Definitely touching on some of the same topics some of the other bands I'm familiar with. Incest, sexual abuse. I do feel like those spoken word vocals need to come up just a little. If I didn't have this in front of me and I didn't speak the language, it would be really hard. Really cool string noise stuff going on that last riff. Really love that snare pattern. It really helps glue this riff and the spoken word together. I also really like that snare sound. Like he's taking something out of the Dream Theater, my Portland playbook as far as snare sounds go. Love that tortured, agonized vocal there. Does a great job of painting that darkness. Wow. I absolutely loved that track. I love how it's just dark. It's just dark. It's heavy. It's aggressive. It's nasty. It touches on those really terrible lyrical themes. And with certain VK bands, you get the darkness lyrics, but you get the counterpoint or the yin and the yang, the really aggressive, nasty lyrics with more poppy and upbeat music. You get that a lot with bands like Gazette. With that track, a lot like some of the Duran Gray stuff, it just flat out destroys you. It's heavy, it's aggressive, it's progressive and technical, and a good amount of the riffing and bass work and the drum work and the vocalist is just doing these really interesting things over there. It builds the mood and it just beats on you. And the lyrics are incredibly well written. They're incredibly disturbing. It's fantastic and really, really, really enjoy that. Love, love, love that track. That's one that I will be going back to quite a bit. It looks like the next one I'm not going to be able to butcher because the name isn't very hard. Dash, or tack, as we would say. Marines like to use tack. Negativism, trace record. Maybe Yame was taking pity on me and realized that I butcher so many Japanese names and words that he wanted to make it simple. Love that these different haunting melodies here. Ah, it's too low. I already see how this is gonna go. Though I could be wrong. Definitely get a bit of that During Gray feeling here. How low they're tuning here. Love these nasty grooves. Like that really simple accent line. Wow, I like the female operatic vocals set back there. It's a really cool contrast. Really like the use of that bend with that like an aggressive growl, aggressive scream. Really, really grabs you by the shortness. I like the use of these clean tones here as well. I love the clarity in that kick drum tone. How they've shifted it up forward for that point. The synth arrangements here really, really work very well. This track has evolved so well. Really like how simple and effective this solo is. I'm curious if he's going to throw in some licks. Back into that tremolo riffing, which their guitar player really seems to enjoy. is there. Man, this just gives me so much of what I enjoy in bands like this. Phenomenal melodic sense with these leads. Alright, didn't expect that. Really get that dirt and dry feeling here, and I'm loving every second of it. Yes! Love the way they twisted that riff and came down like that. Very old school death metal. Really like that. Love that bass line. How that really sparse guitar accent lines up there. I like the effects they put on his voice for that part as well. Some of these passages almost make me want to go listen to Septic Flesh. That big, symphonic, aggressive, almost death metal-like feeling. Really like that fill. Wow. Man. That might be my favorite track of the bunch so far, which is saying something because the first track is absolutely amazing. But wow, so incredibly well composed, such incredibly powerful, well written lyrics that just rip at you. Really well done, fantastically well translated. Hypocrisy is kosa rakuka. This is in his notes. A term of being pleased with unhappiness of others. So, wow. Really powerfully written, brilliantly composed, and it's got so many hallmarks of extreme metal written throughout it. You get a lot of death metal, a lot of melodic death metal, some really cool symphonic elements. There are points where you're in that aggressive, almost symphonic death metal vibe, and it really just made me feel like I want to listen to Septic Flesh, who are absolute masters of symphonic orchestral death metal. And I was on edge the entire time. It was pulling at me. It gives you these different beautiful melodies at points that contrast with some of those lyrics. But at the same time, it was always dark. It was always foreboding and uncomfortable. And I loved every second of it. I was comfortable being uncomfortable in that track. Absolutely stellar. Really, really, really love for that. I'm glad you put that one there, man. It's a great call. And that brings us to the last track in the bunch. And it's a piano solo, an unreleased track performed at their last live. He says there's no official lyrics. He translated them simply by ear, which is amazing in of itself. So I truly appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Such a great job putting this video together. I thank you so much. I'm glad you're back, my friend. Drummer is clearly an incredibly talented individual. I almost get a bit of the ex-Japan theatrics. Just reminds me a little bit of some of the points in Art of Life. Passage here reminds me of something I would expect from Ricard from Evergrey. This had to be really fantastic to see live. The melodies that he's put together are really well done. You can really feel the emotion coming out of him. Be really curious to know the story of why he composed this. I like how they seamlessly came into this track. Really powerful. Really like the piano work. I like how the vocalist just came in, sang a couple of passages, really powerful lyrics, and then left the drummer back to do his thing. Oh, there we go. The emotion that he's able to convey live is really impressive. You can almost see he's struggling to nail some of these notes, and I like that because he's really pushing it. Wow. Wow. Whew. All right. Wow. That was a hell of a way to end that playlist. That was a great call. It was very emotional, very beautiful, and great to see the drummer and the vocalist doing that together. And it closes it out after a really fantastic, aggressive, and rather heavy playlist. And I really dug it. I can understand why they're one of your favorite bands. They're quite good. Definitely going to have to hear more of them and really dive into the band more. A lot of things to love. Guitar work is just utterly stellar. All the musicians are very talented. The bass players really got some great bass lines throughout the record. The drummers outstanding, and the vocalist, not the most impressive technical singer. He's got a dynamic range, and he does such a great job of pushing through these incredibly raw vocals. And it was beautiful to see that live at the end. He's got a bit of that in him where he's able to do so much, be off pitch and out of key, but really conveys so much raw intensity and really enjoyable throughout the entirety of the record. Definitely think that fifth track is probably my favorite right now. I'm going to have to go back and let these tracks marinate. The bigger tracks have a lot going on. There's a lot of elements, and it's definitely in my wheelhouse. Sonically, That was a great one. You did such a fantastic job on the video, Yaume. Thank you so much, man. Really, really appreciate this. I know it took you a while to translate it all, to put the video together, to put lyrics in the video. It's something I've never done, and it can be kind of a pain. Really, just thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your favorite band with me and with the channel, and picking a selection of some of your favorite tracks. That's always tough, to pick a list of favorite tracks and put them together to make it work. And you did an amazing job. I commend you for it. I'm really, really grateful. And overall, that was an emotionally draining beating. And yeah, it was fantastic at the same time. Highly, highly, highly enjoyed that. Thank you so much for it. I'm almost I'm at a loss here at this point. What else to say? There's so many things I loved about the band, and I'm just wiped. I didn't expect to be wiped after 6 tracks, but I am. That was just amazing. Really, really, really cannot wait to go back and listen to this stuff more. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. And thank all of you for the support. Sorry, I've been a little under the weather lately. Thank all of you Patreon subscribers for being patient with me. I do truly apologize. And thank you to my law enforcement, military, veterans, and first responders for what you guys do every single day. As always, you have been awesome. I have been Baldman. I'll see you in the next one. Be excellent to each other. Keep headbanging.